Good
All right,
morning,
relax.
Coco. How you doing this morning?
All right, welcome. What's good, y'all? Welcome to the top of the morning show with the Royal Flush crew. We are in the house. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Yes, you are live. We're live on YouTube, and we're actually live on Bigo Live. Today's going to be an interesting conversation. We have a few guests and people in the house. We will be talking about dating. We're going to be giving out dating advice, just talking frivolously. But if you do have any questions, we can definitely assist you on your path. Brace yourself because we have Mr. Light Skin Fuckery in the house. Let's give it up for Light Skin Fuckery. His advice is definitely wisdom, but it might hit you. It might hit you in multiple areas. So just brace yourself, but it's all good. He's definitely a part of the crew. We also have myself. I go by Cedric Blickman, aka Blick in the house. What's good? What's good? We appreciate you guys, like I said, every time coming out. And we have the wonderful, wonderful Coco. What up, Coco?
Greetings, Earthling.
Okay, so let me turn this music down. We about to get active, like activator grease on your scalp. So we're definitely going to go in. So if anybody is here on our YouTube world, or if anybody is here on the Bigo world, and you have any questions for us, please shoot them at us. We're definitely here. We're not counselors, but we will be able to assist you on some dating advice. I have a couple of topics that I'm going to be mentioning, so we'll be going in on that. And yeah, we're just going to kind of see where these conversations go, and we'll see where it happens. First things first, before we jump all the way in and open the whole can up, let's start with Coco. Like, Coco, how do you feel? How you feel dating in 2023? How do you feel about, like, what's the whole thing about dating in 2023? How are you feeling about that? How's it hitting your spirit?
Well, you know, initially when you meet somebody, it's kind of like, for me at least, because it's just weird for me. It's always been weird for me, especially in 2023. People just like to hook up. It's a hookup situation. The internet has made everybody like so accessible all over the world, and people are, just freely out here giving themselves away.
Yeah, definitely.
Ain't me. So
I'm
it
glad.
has put a strain on them type of things
Yeah.
where, a lot of men look, well, it goes both ways, men and women, but men look at a lot of women the same, and so do women look at men the same. So, where you think you didn't, did something with somebody else, you try to use that same game on
Not the same.
person like me,
It's not
and it's
working.
just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, like
this how you talk?
like come again and say why? Yeah, nah, it's way different. Just throughout the years,
It's sad.
man, it's crazy. It made me appreciate. I'm not that old, but my younger years in a sense, because my relationships, even dating, was just way different. It was a little bit more funner. It was more expectations. It wasn't as easy. I'm not gonna say it like easy, like I just, but it was like a person wasn't pitching their entire universe on the first day. You know what I mean? And it just seems like, I don't know. Let me not, like I said, get caught up in my ways, because everybody has their own way. We'll say that disclosure. But it just seemed like it was just a little bit more, you know what I mean? I don't know how to explain it. Nowadays, it seems like everybody's on the fast track. It's equivalent to a real life burger. We'll just use burger for instance. For y'all vegans, y'all know what's up. You can do veggie patties. But the difference between having a real life homemade from mama burger, like she make the fries, she cut the fries, you watched her cut the fries, the cheese is fresh, burger, like bomb, to just McDonald's. Like the whole generation turned into McDonald's. Quick, fast. If I can't
And they
get
love it.
yeah, oh yeah. And they say I'm loving it. That's the slogan. Quick, fast, in a hurry. You know that this is not good for you. You know that it doesn't break down in your system the same. It's like, if you're gonna eat some damn meat, you better eat some real meat at least, not goo. It is what it is. No judgment. But my thing is like we really have traded in some of those things. Think about R&B. R&B, for instance, used to be you play a song, you know, you got a song playing, she walk in the room like, hey, it's going down, nigga, right? Shit. What songs are we playing nowadays? You got I Just Want to Bug. No, I'm just playing. You got you got some stuff
My
populating.
coochie pink and my booty hole brown. That's what we sing.
And she come in the house like, hey,
Pound pound,
okay,
I
that's
just want
what's
some
up.
pound pound.
We smashing before the
Please do not
Netflix.
dance. Please do not dance to that song. Please do not dance. Like no head movements or nothing.
Don't even snap your
I would
fingers.
like to also
Go ahead, like.
yeah, for all you viewers, I would like to have to put a disclaimer on Blake's comment. Even though the meat and the lettuce and the bread was all fresh when the mama burgers,
Yeah.
we all know that cheese wasn't real cheese. That cheese wasn't
Government.
real.
That was government cheese. You ain't lying. That's why I said I was using it as a light example. But even with the fruits, you can go fruits and vegetables. Back in the day, we had seeds in our shit. Like, come on, y'all. It don't bother you
Okay, I got
that
one.
grapes that you don't
I
have
got
no
one, though.
seeds and grapes no more. Like watermelons are
Oh,
seedless.
you know that bothers me. But I got one. This is something that I've been experiencing. When I'm not sure when people are really trying to holler at me because they don't ask for phone numbers no more. They ask for your Instagram.
Yeah.
You got
It's crazy.
Snapchat, Instagram. I'm like,
That's the new
okay.
number. It's easier to
You-
get an Instagram than it is a phone
that
number.
is the best way. That
Mhm.
is the best way to not communicate with me because I don't communicate on those things. I only communicate with people I know.
Facts. You're never lying.
Well, I think the whole Instagram thing is because I don't trust you, just like I don't expect you to trust me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because I'm not gonna get to that point where you actually gonna be like, you know what? Hey, I could risk it over giving in my number. See, with Instagram, you could block them and shit. Like it's
Oh, you can do the same thing with the
follow.
Yeah, you can block them on everything.
Yeah, but like I said, when you give up your phone number, that's a personal side of you.
Yeah.
Instagram is like, I can make a new Instagram. You know, if it's like me, like I've had my same phone number for 21 years.
Damn.
So that's near and dear to me. So if I give you my phone number, like you locked in.
Yeah.
I don't delete people. I don't block people with my phone number because that means you've gotten to a certain level of trust with me.
Yeah.
If you ask from a social media, like them blocks come by the plenty.
Man.
I can block, unfollow you, and all that stuff. I can't.
Everything for me. I got like 100-something blocks on my phone.
Nah, I be blocking it like it's hot. Block them like it's hot. No, I'm just playing. But I changed the number,
That's
nigga.
the
I'm
I
right
couldn't
now
tell you how to
changing my
block
number.
them, but like,
Yeah, go ahead.
like that's how it was. Like you said, like you could block them and on with your phone number. Like I don't even know how to do that. Like you gotta. We like I said, we to a place where like you can actually fuck up if you get my phone number. Like that is that time. Like you got like normally in life, like I give everybody a fair chance. So if you fuck up that chance, you're not getting another one. But if you got
Me
my
too.
phone number, you've earned you a second chance. So
Yeah.
that's how I live my life like that.
You're at least close enough to know me, like to call me. You ain't lying about that because
Yeah,
I'd
correct.
definitely be looking, man, because you can't play with the phone number. It's one level. It's levels to this. You know what I mean? I can't even play with it. But I was gonna ask you the same question, light skin. How do you feel, brother? You've seen some good amount of, you know, you've been here for some time. You know, we all been here for a little bit. But how do you feel about this 2023 on a serious note? Like, how is it rubbing you in the sense of where everybody is headed when it comes to the dating scene?
I'm gonna say that from, like I said, I've been married for 25 years. So before I got married to now, the quality of women and self-care and awareness has definitely grown. But at the same time, y'all have grown the stupidity that y'all got showing. Like, it's just, I'm scared of it. Like, there's a lot more smarter women,
Yes.
but there's a lot more stupider women too.
Ooh.
And I don't know which is outgrown which.
He ain't never.
So
he ain't
I
never
would
lied.
like to say, and I think it's easier. Like, it definitely is easier because, like I said, back in my day, you know, some of y'all are old enough where you remember payphones and stuff like that. You actually had to meet an individual first, have a discussion with them, have that conversation, get their phone number,
Mhm.
call them, have the
Yeah.
call accepted. Make sure that you called at a time period that mamas and daddies wasn't gonna get
Oh yeah.
involved
Oh yeah.
and shut your shit down. So there was strategy behind it.
Yeah.
There
Yeah.
was game behind it.
Yeah.
Like there's no game today. So I say that if I was to get
Actual
back in the dating field,
conversation.
it would be like it'd be like a buffet. Like, and it would be the, it wouldn't even be a challenge anymore because brothers and sisters, no matter, like I said, depending on what your race is, they mouthpiece is like locked up. Like they don't know how to hold
Yeah.
that conversation.
Yeah. It's scary, bro.
So,
It's really scary.
but in the same effect, like I'm worried about whoever I talk to. Like if I do see a woman and she attracts me, I'm like, can you really hold my attention?
Now say that again for the back. Hold on. That is mother. This is my thing. I lose attention if you are predictable. If you're not focused, I guess I'm looking at the wrong shit. I guess you can have the bombest body in the world, best head game in the South, best, whatever. If you can't hold my attention, like we was like Coco was just saying, if we can't have a conversation about the stuff that I care about, not just focusing on me, but I be having some deep. We can go spiritual. We can go, nigga, wherever you want to go. But if it seems like it just turns me off instantly if we can't even have those type of conversations. And it seems like nowadays it's like let's cut to the chase, get to the bedroom, and then it's done. You got a certain type of woman, or I'm speaking for some men, a certain type of woman that's for that. That you don't need her to talk. You just need her to look good. Boom, meet me here at this time. Boom, boom, boom. Keep it pushing. But I'm talking about for dating, meaning me having the possibility of possibly being with you more than a day or a week or a month or a year. It is a whole nother arena. And I feel like the number one thing, like I said, that turns me off is a woman that does not know what to do with her life. Not sitting around and just going along with the trends, not sitting around just being, you know what I mean? Well, being can kind of be the answer in some, but it just seems like if you have no direction, I'm not even saying you don't have to know everything. Don't get it twisted. You don't have to be knowing everything. But it just have some kind of focus on your life of something. Even if I'm in a space right now where I'm not doing too much, boom, boom, boom. At least you're in a space. Some people just don't know. It's like whatever the next trend is gonna be, you jumping on that boat. Whatever the next, if he say that you look good with your hair, let's say cut, I know she's cutting her hair. Coco cut her hair, but she's doing that for her own personal reasons. But if a person told you, "Oh, I like your haircut," and now forever her hair is cut just because that person told her that, it seems like it's a lot of people that kind of do that instead of making their own personal decisions. I love somebody to be wild enough to, cut your hair off and do whatever. I love the hair too. Don't get it twisted. But it's just make the decision based off for yourself. Make the decision for yourself and not just sitting around waiting for someone to be a part of their journey. But let me not go in too deep. We got a couple little things that we want to talk about. And then if you guys have any advice or needed advice in the comments, this is a perfect time. Make sure you guys write here because we're going to sit here for a little bit. But the first topic I wanted to talk about, it always comes up when it comes to dating, effective communication. Oh my God, help me, Lord. Effective communication. What is effective communication nowadays? If you guys don't know, communication is one of the foundations of healthy relationships, to be open, to be honest, to be respectful in your conversation. Practice active listening. It's a lot of things that happens when it comes to actually communicating. I feel like it's something that happens. Like you're looking too busy at him because he got muscles and stuff. You looking at her because she got ass. A lot of stuff that's happening while we're communicating and we're not really actually communicating. How do you feel about effectively communicating, Coco? Like, how do you feel if it's a game changer? Is it important? Is
It's
it not?
so many words that are involved. Hey. So many words involved with communicating because you have listening and comprehension and then understanding.
Yeah.
Because you don't have to agree, but you can understand. You know what I'm saying? But the comprehension part and remembering.
Yes. There it is.
Because I feel like even just with friendships, I've taught so much for a person to understand me, even if I'm just telling a BS story.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm telling you for a reason to understand me. You know what I'm
Trying to
saying?
get a
So
code.
later on down the line, you won't be like, well, where did this come from?
Yeah.
Hey, I told you plenty of stories about my ass. And for
Uh-huh.
some reason, one ear and out the other,
Yeah.
you didn't think I was that same person because you wasn't seeing it
Mm.
day by day.
Mm.
But I told you.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Communication is a whole lot, even in a situation, where, like you're in an active, disagreement or whatever,
I was just about to
argument,
say
however
that.
you want to say it.
Yeah.
And for me, most of the time, it's like, and that's the reason why I talk so much, to try to avoid those things.
Yes.
To try to avoid those things.
Yes.
But it doesn't work because people aren't actively communicating.
Yes.
They're
it's
they're
not
not
effective.
listening.
Yeah. And then that's why I was like, you got to know how to address conflicts and concerns. You got to be able to know how to be able to get to a satisfying solution. Like, how can we get to a solution? Like, we're dealing with kids nowadays, it feels like, because we're not always going to agree. Like, sorry, it's not. But there is a way where two adults can disagree to a disagree. We don't become enemies. You know what I mean? We're able to see the perspective, like Quoco was saying. I'm seeing your perspective, you see mine. Now you know why I'm thinking this way. I was wrong because I thought you were thinking this way. You weren't. You explained it to me. Boom. Let's go. Let's take this information and move forward effectively. But it just seems like it's just a loophole within that. So I feel like this is one of the number one things. If you don't effectively communicate, you're probably going to have problems in your dating. I'm sorry. It's just what it is. If you're expecting him, he's going to do this and do that, and he didn't do this, you're probably not communicating it properly. Like she was saying, though, if you give out stories, he's doing all this other stuff, giving you clues, and you're not picking up any of these things, then yeah, you guys might have a little bit of complexity. Well, what about you, Light Skin? How do you feel about effective communication? How important is that in any dating situation?
It is very important. I believe that effective communication is where two people can talk and the conversation that is being developed, both parties end up growing because of that conversation.
Yes.
During an effective conversation, I believe that answers or a response shouldn't have to be like prodded. It should be given like, hey, you talked about this. Hey, I'm interested enough to reply or respond. Like I said, there should be, both parties should grow. Like, I shouldn't feel dumber because we talk. Like, at the end of that discussion, I should be like, I can't wait till the next time we talk.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, oh shit, why?
Man.
Oh Lord, I hope she just shuts up next time. I hope she
yeah.
Lord, please let her drop her phone and the phone breaks and it fucks up all her contacts where she can never get in touch with me again because I can't do this again.
Yeah, it's torture.
There should be some sort of expectation, like I said, of, man, I need more of that.
It's torture. You're right. And for me, and I'm working on me. Let me just say that for the record. I'm working on me. But I'm not the best play it offer. Like, I'll get in trouble most of the time because it was too real. I said something, it was too honest. I was like, shit, I shouldn't have said that. Or I joke around. Sometimes my jokes can have some truth in it. Y'all know jokes be having truth in it. But it's like, if we don't have no chemistry like that, you gonna know. If we don't have that bond like that, it's just, I'm telling you, I can't play it. I don't care what you look like. I swear I do. I don't care. It's just like, you got to have that. It's the worthiness of my time because I'm a busy person. And so, when those times, if I can make time for you, then you should take that as gold. You know what I mean? And vice versa. I take it as gold. I'm not the only one. I'm feeling like if I'm talking to you, you probably got a life, got some stuff happening as well. But I just feel like you got to be able to master that communication thing. And you got to be able to just come to that whole situation just objectively. Any situation when you're communicating with somebody, you got to be in the middle and just see it for what it is. Okay, let's go to the next one. We'll keep.
Correct.
I got a lot of them. All right. So what about So the next thing I put on here is emotional support, meaning to show empathy, understanding, and emotional support for your partner. So this is like one of the things that I'm noticing. This is just based off of some of the things I've noticed, that a lot of us, we lack the emotional support. Like a lot of us have either or. It's either they don't care enough. Like you say, get over it. Like whatever. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm having stuff happening to me too. And then you have the other person that just is what's the opposite of that? So the person that don't care enough, and then the person that either over cares.
Yeah, my business.
Yeah, exactly. Where you just turning into a damn near stalker instead of, you're over freaking emotional when anything that happens, just because I'm not in the best of moods, it shouldn't affect it always. I should feel free to be how I feel right now. You know what I mean? Without it affecting our relationship. But it seems like the emotional support when it comes to especially showing empathy and understanding, people don't they think about themselves. They don't give a damn about what you're going through. Like if it don't have nothing to do with me, or it had something to do with me personally, then oh shit. If it ain't affecting me, then ain't it. How do you feel about that? What's your take on that, Coco? With emotional support, how you feel about if it's important or not?
Well, it's important. It's just how a person thinks you're supposed to respond to them. Like I didn't deal with situations where, you know how misery loves company type thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of people expect you to be as down as them when they are going through something.
Yes.
And that's not right.
That's not right either. You're right.
Not real.
Mm-hmm.
And so even if you are there for somebody and you're willing to have a, open ear and be there for them, they want you to stay down with them.
Yeah.
And that's not how it goes. We're supposed to lift each other up.
Facts.
Supposed to come up out of that.
Yeah.
And a lot of people want to stay there. So that has been my experience with trying to be there for somebody emotionally.
But you see what she just said right now, you guys. That's a balance, though. She didn't say, well, that's you, ain't me. She didn't leave you out there. She ain't overdo it, too. Like, oh, yeah, you right, baby. What we going to do? She ain't overdoing it, too. She's like, I'm going to stay right here at this space, right here. And my hand is going to extend out to you. And if you don't want it right now, I understand. You're good. But it's here to be able to bring you out of that mess. Because she ain't lying. Misery does love company. And I believe that we are supposed to be strong for our mates. We're supposed to have, we're supposed to have empathy.
I've been told I don't care.
Yeah, and they'll say that because you're not responding how they want you to. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not going to cry with you.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
And unless you physically hurt. Now, if you physically hurt,
it's a little different, yeah.
But if it's things that can be fixed or things that, this too shall pass and we can get through this, what am I crying for too? Yeah. Why do I got to be in that same state of mind?
Most people just seems like they want to just be heard and appreciated. That's it.
It wouldn't do that to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Everybody deals with it differently too. I have some tough skin on me too, but at the end of the day, like I was saying, most people want to feel heard and appreciated. That's it. You just want to feel heard, like you're hearing it. Somebody can listen to that. I'm dealing with this, but it's like, it's okay. It's like, it's a fine line. What about you, light skin? How do you feel about this emotional support, especially you being married and stuff? So I know you're going through that. How do you feel about this emotional support?
Okay, so this is, and I'm gonna try to keep it on topic. So with emotional support, I'm definitely going to, come to me as a friend. We're gonna help you work your stuff out.
Yeah.
But as dating, get your shit fixed before you come to me and expect me to date you.
Ooh.
You broken.
Ooh.
I'm sorry. Like, we need to stop going on dates until we got our shit together, get to ourselves to a point where we can afford to actually go on a date someone.
Ooh.
Date your mama, date your daddy, date your brothers.
Until you
take
get ready.
them on a date. Don't bring that shit to me. Like, why am I going
like? How about that? Don't put it on the
date yourself. Like, why do you expect me to care?
It's inner, you know what I'm saying?
He said, date your mama. Damn.
Like, I wanted a burger. I wanted some pizza. I wanted a movie. I don't want to watch this movie with you telling me about your past shit.
No, he ain't lying. He got a good point.
I'm sorry.
You got to heal because most of these people are doing this, and this is facts, you guys. people are not even dating
They
you for the
broken dating.
experience. Exactly. They're not dating you for the experience of dating someone. They're dating someone that can listen to their story, or they're
Yeah.
going to get it from this person, so they want it in a relationship. So I do believe you should be at a healed type of state. Not everyone's perfectly healed, but a certain type of state before you start bringing someone else into your movie. You're bringing a person into your movie way too damn early, and if you ain't ready.
Go to WebMD, work a couple hours of overtime, seek you some psychiatric counseling. Like,
He's
hey,
right.
if I got it, be like, yo, man, I'm $25 short. Can I
What's up,
hold?
King?
Be like, man, you going through some shit now. I'll hey, check on me on payday. We'll get to it on payday. But like I said,
Fire it up.
you do not need to be dating broken.
Yeah.
Like you just punishing the other person, and you like. It's okay to show your weaknesses, but
I just put something into perspective right now, y'all. You just helped me out with something right now.
Yeah.
So some people really do, when you tell them about your past experiences, think that, like how you said, that you haven't healed from those things. And to me, I'm just trying to avoid future shit with you. Because I had an ex really tell me that recently. Oh, all you want to do is tell me about your past. And I'm like, yeah, so you don't disturb my future. But it was not that I was still broken over those things. And I'm just like, shit, I gotta watch how I communicate that, because I wasn't like, oh, woe is them. No, I'm like, listen, da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? To avoid these situations. But hey, you just made me put something into perspective with him, because he swear up and down I was still hurt.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, this may be some
what? He
like
did the
old
same
Chinese.
exact shits.
So this might be an old Chinese Confucius says, but I see it in all the Japanese stores. You break it, you bought it. Like, why am I buying shit and I ain't broke it?
Hey, that's a good point too. But yeah, like you said, it's a difference between a person letting you know what's going on so you don't step on those particular parts. That's the difference. But it's a person that when they wear it on their energy, period. Like, you've been cheated on, right? So with me in our relationship, I get it. You let me know that you've been cheated on, so it's a mental note in my head. But what if I'm not a cheater at all? If I'm not a cheater at all, you're just letting me know these things. Okay, it's there, mental note. But unless I'm a cheater, it's not going to really hit the same. You know what I mean? You know, but if you're pushing the issue and treating me like a man that cheats, or where was you at? What you going? Immediately, that's like, oh shit, she had that trauma, and her traumas is now starting to leak into this relationship.
Disclaimer, that wasn't the issue, though. I just gotta let everybody know. That wasn't.
No, I'm just saying it out loud.
But like I said, if you accuse me of it, I gotta fess up and do it. Like, I'm not gonna live my life being accused about shit I'm not doing.
Nah, I can't stand that. I've been in a whole entire relationship at times to where she was treating me like I was her ex, just because we were the same sign. And it's other thing. I'm like, that's not fair. It's fuck. I'm like, I'm not even thinking about cheating on your ass.
I'm definitely gonna be her ex.
Yeah,
I'm definitely gonna be her ex.
I am. She's my ex for real, for a reason. But it's like, no. One of the things I felt like it wasn't fair, and this is not me just trying to be on some sympathy shit. It was like, damn, I've done nothing but great things for you. I'm opening doors. This nigga didn't open doors for you. I'm rubbing feet. This nigga didn't rub your feet. You know, all this other stuff, all these extra things. And it felt like in the relationship, I'm trying to prove myself for his sins. You know, I'm trying to wash away his sins in order for you to see me normally. That shit is whack as hell. You know what I mean? So I feel like, you know, that's another thing when it comes to, we got to be able to make sure that we know that fine balance of, are you truly being emotionally supportive? But where's that fine line to where you can see if that person is broken? Like what we're saying, it's a fine line. If that person is broken, then maybe you might have to chill out. I know you really want to be with this person. You scared this person might get with somebody else. If it's meant, it's meant. You know, it is what it is. But at the end of the day, you know, you got to just know that fine line. And then the vice versa, like what Coco was saying. When you do have certain traumas or certain situations that may rise, to be very open and honest in the beginning to let that person know. I'm not necessarily broken, but hey, when a person does this, boom, 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 it kind of makes me feel some type of way, or this is what has happened. Like you just give a hypothetical story and, you know, you kind of take it from there. But I feel like it's a fine line in between, though. But you got to be big. We got to be big, big girls and big boys, or men and women in this situation when it comes to dating, because you're asking to be a part of someone's their life. Like you're asking to be a part. So some of those things you're going to take on, but it doesn't mean you have to take on everything. And you got to be okay with some people that
And
don't
like that,
be affected like that. Go ahead.
and this is the thing I get and I don't understand about social media is like, okay, so 2022, the whole big rage was red flags. We talked about them. Everybody's like, "Oh, I'm not letting that happen to me." But 2023, like everybody forgot about red flags. Like half the shit you talking about is red flags.
Yeah.
I know it's a red flag, and I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
You accuse me of doing shit your ex did, red flag.
Yeah.
You think I did shit like your ex did when you realize that our names are different. Like you going by whatever my zodiac sign is without actually taking the time to red flag.
Yeah, that's red flags. If you
Like-
already assuming, oh, are you a Gemini?
Perfect example.
Are you Aquarius?
And the good things about red flags, like you could leave. The whole time I was watching social media, all these red flags popping up. I'd be like, you still with this motherfucker?
Ooh.
Like,
Right.
what's the purpose of the red
They
flags?
actually
You're not
date
gonna
the
pay
red
attention to 'em.
flags.
Yeah, you ain't lying.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Perfect
he
example.
got
My
dreadlocks.
homeboy has been trying to date
Mm.
on different sites and whatever,
Mm.
but he sent me a couple of screenshots of what these girls be saying. So one in particular, the girl was like, "Oh, you a truck driver? Oh, all truck drivers are hoes." And he was like,
There you
"Well,
go.
damn. How many truck drivers you know?" And she was like, "Well, I was dating one and I went on the road with him and I seen." And it's just like, okay. And
Red
then she
flag.
was like, and then so she's like, "Well, what sign are you?" And he said, "Virgo. So I guess you're gonna know how this go too." And then she was like, "I'm not a mind reader. I don't have a crystal ball." And it's like, well, bitch, you said, like, you said you know about truck drivers, and then you asked about zodiac signs, like you're very aware. It was just like weird conversation. It's like, so okay, female, all right, but
Yeah. Nah, you're right. You're right. I feel like, every person is
that was
different.
all red
You
flags.
could never say somebody's the same. I don't care if they're born at the exact hour, day, look the same, got locks also. It don't matter. You got to give that person a full-fledged chance. Now, it could be some signs in there, and that's why you went through those other situations so you can see those flags. But I believe every person got to build their cake. You know what I mean? You're the only person, I'll be with you. I'm not going to hold you down or hold you back in a sense mentally for the sins of somebody else, just because you kind of seem similar. But I don't know. We got to just make sure that we always have an open mind. You got to always have an open mind and just let that person show you and let them build their own situation. All right, let's go to the next thing real quick. All right, so the next one I had is mutual respect. Respect is vital in maintaining a strong relationship. Treat your partner with kindness, courtesy, and consideration, so forth and so forth. Value their opinions, their boundaries, and certain things like that. Let's just lightly talk about that. The mutual respect. Where is that gone? Like, it seems like people, like, when it comes to a mutual respect, like, it's nothing wrong, gentlemen, to be kind to women. And vice versa. Every woman don't have to have no goddamn attitude. You know what I mean? You don't have to have no attitude when dealing with certain people. You know what I mean? If you're fond of somebody, especially if you're already dating, then it should always be a new type of experience as much as you can. Even though you know this person, y'all done had sex, y'all done all this other stuff, there still should be a kindness there. It still should be a respect there. It still should be some, consideration that this person is choosing to be with you, choosing to ride with you, choosing to be there. You know what I mean? They don't get too close, you know what I mean? But I just want to see how do you guys feel about mutual respect, especially when you're dating someone already? What about you, Coco? My bad.
It's a gotta be.
Yeah, either way.
I mean, I was deep in thought. I was trying to see where I was gonna come from with it, but respect is respect. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's a damn shame that too many people have their own definitions of things. But like my grandmother always told me, treat people how you want to be treated. So
Facts. That's simple right there. Easy. You're right though. But look, some people, that's hard to say that too though, because some people don't love themselves though. So if they're treating you like they treat themselves, they already cutting ends on themselves. They don't give themselves stuff. That's kind of risky too. That can kind of be risky too. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's where I have to like cut myself from people. It's like, hey, that may work for you and what you got going over there. Like, okay, I'm gonna put it in the perspective of a friendship. I have a homegirl. Well, we ain't friends no more because of these situations.
Yeah.
You know, she a little reckless with her mouth.
Yeah.
And she said something to me in the past, and I told her, hey, you know, I don't like these things. And she called me sensitive. And I said, hey, if anybody else would have talked to me like this, I probably would have smacked them. So it's not about me being sensitive, it's what I like and what I don't like.
Yeah.
So she accepted that. We moved on from that.
Yeah.
And then she got reckless with her words with my mother. So it's just like, that might work for you and your family, because I've seen her talk to her sisters a certain way, her mom a certain way. And I've expressed to her already that this ain't gonna work with me and mine.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I mean, that's how it is, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
And you just gotta cut people off.
Hey, that story you just told
Yeah.
caused me to sweat. Like, I was imagining how bad I would beat her ass, and it made me break out in a sweat. Like, that was a good story.
I can't right now. Light skin. He like the thought of
I'm
it.
serious. Like,
he
I'm
could
over
be
here,
there.
like, yeah, like, I was like, if she would have done it, oh, Lord. And, like, as soon as I hit her one time, and then after the second time, I was already sweating. Like, I put a lot of energy in them hits. So I appreciate you. Like, I think I had my workout for today. I don't have to go to the gym today. I'm good.
Light skin is out here mentally beating
I mean,
people.
but it's real though. You know, if you, like I said, I try to communicate, use my words.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to be out here smacking folks. I don't want to be angry, none of that. And I understand that we come from different households and things are different.
Yeah.
But there are ways to respectfully talk to people. And if you don't understand that certain things are disrespectful, and not just a person being sensitive, like, and that is like the biggest misunderstood thing about cancers. Like, we're not really sensitive. We don't like disrespect. So we only have two. Like, we only go straight to the emotion. We don't do it in between. We either sad, mad, or happy. It ain't no in between. So, well, the in between is gonna be sad, to be honest, because if we get mad, we slapping folks. You feel me? So if you don't make us happy, it's only them other two emotions. And we don't all want to be OJ. We don't all, because OJ the same day as me.
Oh, Lord.
We don't all want to be OJ.
Sometimes we want to be OJ. We want to be OJ.
In your heart, you want to be OJ. In your heart, you want to be OJ.
I'm just saying, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so we try to communicate and use our words, and that's why I say I talk so much to let people know how I am and who I am, so I don't go there. So.
Well, and
I must be a cancer. I must be a cancer rising or something, because I definitely try to de-escalate the situation. And thankfully that God has given me a voice that people understand. I'm not fucking playing with you when I'm talking. So when I tell you that we're gonna play, like, I love explaining things in math, right? So I'd be like, hey, we got probability that it'll go your way, but a greater probability is gonna go my way. And when it does, the consequences are gonna be so extreme that it's not worth it for you. So I'm not doing this for any care about myself, but I'm worried about your health.
Nah, I heard that. Well, like I said, and that comes along with the mutual respect is, you know, from the insulting as well. Think about insulting when you're talking or having conversations, or there's certain kind of conflicts. You know, there's a way that there's some people that just want to be right, period. They were not right with their mom. They're not right with other relationships. So this one, I'm going to be right in this one. And then there's other people that really want to get to the meat of why this situation is. You know what I mean? You got to have understanding, like we was talking about the other thing. But insulting, when you get to a point where you're now insulting the person, you get to the point where y'all going back and forth, I think the respect is lightly going out the window more and more. The more you insult each other, the more you guys are coming at each other in that type of energy. It's no longer about us fixing the problem. Now it's about an ego situation. You know what I mean? I want to be right. I want to be the motherfucker on this situation. Like, you know what I mean? And I feel like that always leads us into some type of trap. I feel like, you know, you're not giving a person a fair chance, both sides, a fair chance of really seeing where they at. if you're not having respect. And respect is, let me hear your advice. Even if I think you're saying one of the dumbest things I've ever heard in my life, let me still give you that mutual respect in a sense to at least hear you out, hear your way of view, hear your point of view. And then now let me tell you why I feel this way. You know what I mean? And it's okay, even if they don't receive it. Remember, that's the big part. Even if they're not receiving it, but look, this is where I'm coming from. Boom. Agree to disagree, whatever, but at least we don't lose the respect. I feel like every relationship, once it starts to lose the respect, then it starts to dwindle down. And most likely they're going to be your ex, like how Light Skin was saying. Most likely to get to that point, you already don't even know this conversation. You're already an ex. You're already an ex. Okay, cool. Let's keep going.
I don't know. If you disrespect me, I suggest you got some Uber money with you. That's all I'm gonna tell you.
Or
You're not coming home with me.
You better walk. Disrespect deserves walking. Nah, that's crazy. All right, so this is one of the ones that you liked, Coco, that I put under here. Number 4 is quality time together. Spending quality time together is a crucial for bonding, being in a relationship, engaged. Quality time is very important when it comes to dating. This is just advice, y'all. Random advice. But spending quality time with the person, I would think, matters. Some people say that they're busy. Some people, put themselves in different categories. But when it comes down to quality time, if you want a long-lasting relationship, I can guarantee you they're getting that quality time in when they can. How do you feel about quality time, Coco, as in just one of the dating advice, giving advice to people dating?
Well, understand what quality time is to that person, first and foremost. Because, say for instance, Bigo situation. If you are in a Bigo relationship,
oh no,
do you think a person want to spend time with you on Bigo as quality time? No. Okay. So I highly fucking doubt it. Okay, with everybody else in the world watching, and like if it's a one-on-one daily, day in day out stuff, just figure out what that could be. You know what I'm saying? Like, going to the grocery store might be quality time for some people, and some people it's like, hell no, I don't even like going to the grocery store. How the fuck is that quality time?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They might just want to be in your face.
Yeah.
Like literally, like this.
Yeah.
And that's quality time to them. So you first and foremost got to figure out what quality time is to that person. How do you like quality time? And have that expressed.
Yeah. No, you're right. Great way to put it. That's the number one thing, like you said. Not only the quality time, what you feel, but what is quality time to them. Sometimes it could be intimacy, like we were talking about the love languages. Sometimes it could be just the simple thing of going to the store, or just, hey, taking time out of your day. You know what I mean? A busy schedule, just taking a little quick time. It ain't that much, but it's quality. What do you feel about that, Light Skin?
You got to have that expressed too, because some people will be oblivious. They'll be like, oh, you spent 3 minutes with me and you thought that was quality time? Like, hey, that's all I had.
That's all I had.
So to me, that has to be expressed like, hey, I have these 3 minutes right here with you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what you want to talk about, what you want to do, because I ain't got no more time. You have to express that. Don't do it and think a person is going to be, accepting of that.
You're right. And some people take your time for granted. Yeah, sometimes people take your time for granted, boy. You be like, look, you lucky I gave you any time, being honest. Sometimes it's just like,
and you say something like that.
Oh, you in trouble.
Then a fight gonna happen.
You know you in trouble. Yeah, you don't, please don't say that. That's not dating advice right there. I'm just saying that was in my mind. That was in my brain. What about you, Light Skin? How important with you do you feel is quality time? Because especially you, I know you're a busy man too.
Great. Quality time is one of the, that's all we have in life is time. So like she was saying with Bigo, like, I don't give a fuck where that time is. If it's just a phone conversation, if we are on Bigo, if like we just cross paths, I'm going to work, you coming from work, like any moment is quality time for me, because like without you there, like I can't breathe right. It matters that much that any interaction with you means something.
I can't breathe.
So that's how I sit.
I'm sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
I felt like going in
George Sparks up in here. Yeah, go ahead, sing that song, because I'm serious. Like, especially in dating, like I want to spend, because I want to know everything about you. And like I said, the what gets me today is there's no commitment to anything. That's why there's
Man.
no dating anymore. There's just dates.
Yeah,
We're gonna go on
exactly.
a date, but there's no expectations for there to be another one.
Yeah,
Like 90% of the dates
yeah.
are out here. The woman
Good morning.
has
Good morning.
her week booked up with different motherfuckers that ain't you.
Yeah.
Even if the date goes great,
Mm.
oh shit, I got another one Tuesday. And it's the same with men versus women. Like
Woo, that's a
everybody
good
got their
point.
week booked up. So I'm not
Appreciate
just
you.
placing blame on women because men do the same shit, right?
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
like, there's no more dating. There's no more. Hey, I'm gonna take this date. I'm gonna hope for it to go good. There's so many fuck niggas out here. Or I'm
Oh,
sorry if I can't say
no,
those
you can say
words,
that.
but I said it
No,
anyway.
you good.
But that's not as any motherfucker who does not take that relationship serious.
Mm.
That hey, it's probably gonna go shitty. It's
Yeah.
probably just gonna be like every other motherfucker that I've dated for the past 3 months or 2 years or
Yeah.
however long. It's gonna be a shitty one. So I gotta have some security.
Yeah, man.
But like,
Yeah, man.
especially knowing, and like I said, I consider myself a high value man.
Yeah.
So I'm only gonna be looking for high value women, and that has nothing to do with
Facts.
net worth or anything like
Wee.
that. It's that
Say that
you
again.
gotta have my back. Like you gotta be my day one A1, 10 toes down,
No matter what.
11 if you got 11 toes. Like I need all them toes down.
Yeah. Nah, you're right. I feel like that's
But
a
like I
key
said,
point. That's a key point, light skin. Like you say, the day ones.
like there's no commitment, there's no expectations, there's
Mhm.
no because like when I was in school, it didn't matter. Like when I was in high school, or whatever, if you approached a girl, you approached her to be your girlfriend for the rest of life, even though you didn't realize it's probably only going to end to
Next
the end of
semester.
high school
Yeah,
or
next
whatever like
semester.
that. Yeah, like there was no hey,
He ain't lying
he'll
though.
he'll he'll do on Tuesday. He'll do on Tuesday. No,
Yeah.
I'm not a Tuesday type motherfucker. I'm a
Yeah.
lifetime type person.
Yeah, me too, man.
And even if you don't think it's lifetime, it's lifetime. Like I don't
Man.
care if you pack my bags, I'm gonna unpack them.
Yeah. Especially with most
Like I'm
men.
committed.
A lot of men, it's hard to even get us to a committed type of mindset. So when you finally got us, and this is for advice for women, when you finally got us, we're in. You know what I mean? And when a man, if he's not interested or he already has other intentions, of course he's gonna do what he does. But when we get to that kind of space, we vulnerable than a mo. Like for real, for real. So it's like once you got us, you got us. So that's why you either gonna take you serious because of your actions, or we gonna take you lightly, like she playing. She ain't serious. You know what I mean? That's crazy. But yeah, man. So just quick little
It's
pointer.
real.
Real quick pointer. So you guys are tuned in to the top of the morning show with the Royal Flush crew. We appreciate everybody for tuning in. You can check this out on YouTube, HMS Network. We're watching the full show, or you can just chill with us on here on Bigo. Let's go a quick commercial break real fast. I'm looking at the time. We didn't even pay no bills to ourselves. Let's go ahead and do a quick commercial break, and we're coming back. If you guys want to know what we're talking about, we're giving out dating advice. We're just giving out some quick pointers, talking about dating, how it is in 2023, and giving a little bit of advice. If you have any questions about anything dating wise, make sure you put it in the comments. We will definitely make sure we address it, and we'll take it from there. But we're going to go to a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Welcome back. What's good? What's good, pa? Family, what's good? Welcome back to the top of the morning show with the Royal Flush Crew. We're here chilling. Today, the topic is pretty cool. We're talking about dating. We're having dating advice. And yeah, man, it's definitely crazy dating in 2023. I don't know what everybody else is doing, but if you are dating right now, good luck, because we have a lot of different type of energies out there. Not saying it's all gone. We have billions of people out there, but some people just don't have the same morals, don't have the same values. Like Light Skin was saying earlier, some people are really just down to date, like singular, not to go on dates to see the person. People have short fuses. People are not respectful. It's a lot of stuff. But there are some things that people are doing as well. So for some of us hopeless romantics and people that do care about the mate and person that we're going to be with, and we feel we're going to be with them longer than a year. So we do have some advice. So we just been kind of just talking and just discussing. So yeah, we had a couple more things to talk about, and then we're going to be getting ready to end the show. So yeah, so one of the things is that I want to mention will be trust and honesty. Yikes. Key fact. Having trust and honesty when you're dating. Sometimes, this is my personal opinion, I used to be, and this is way back, y'all, afraid to even talk about my personal life. Like, I have kids, I have little ones, all that stuff. Most people don't even know. But I had like situations that I went at one time. I had all the money. I ain't saying the money in the world. I had a lot of money. A lot of stuff was popping. Fell into a situation where I had to go back to my mama's house. When I had to go back to my mom's house, and I don't know if all y'all have done it, but I have done it before. I felt so ashamed to even date anybody when I was back at my mom's house. Like when I had my own stuff and I was balling all that stuff, I was, man, what's up? I could take a date. I'll buy you a drink. I'll do this. But when I got to back to my mama's house, I felt like I do not want to tell this woman that I am here with my mom, so she won't assume that I'm just like all these other niggas, even though I wasn't. It was a bounce back. It was a short bounce back. I was there for a short minute. Then I finally got my spot again. But I'm telling you, I've learned that to be able to trust or be truthful and honest got me a lot further than just being in that scared space. Some of the women that I was very surprised when I told them my situation was upfront about everything and honest and told them what's up. I still had some good dating situations staying with my mom. So yeah, so let's talk about that just a little bit, Coco. How important to you, or just in general, with your advice, is trust and honesty whenever it is dating a person? How important and how key? I know it's cliche when people say it, but how important is that?
Very, very. And you made a good point, because like telling the truth to people, even in those situations, will let you know who that person is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Why would you want to date a person who would judge you off of a situation? You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand, like, even how Light Skin said, get your shit together before you date. Cool. But that doesn't mean you can't get to know people in the same sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you can be friends with people and get to know people. It doesn't necessarily have to be, oh, we're going to date. I can get to know you in this period of my life when I'm going through something. But are you going to judge me for that? Okay, well, then it ain't going to go no further.
It ain't working.
Than that. I'm not going to talk to you, period. So, most definitely, it's very important to be honest and upfront. And because life be life, and you can meet somebody when you up on the up and up.
Yeah.
2 weeks later, it's down.
Yeah.
So then what?
What you gonna do? Now you're right. Good point. Great point.
Yeah, but like I was saying, if I break it, I bought it. Like, and there's a difference between needing companionship and trying to get into a relationship. So that's why I was saying that, like, if you're trying to get me into a relationship with you, there's certain shit you should have worked out before we try to make it to that thing. Because I'm not dating you. Like, if I'm dating you for companionship, man, we could do whatever. But if we, in the actual sense of dating, like, I'm trying to find somebody to create a relationship with that is going to stand the test of time. So if that is what your expectation, that's why I was talking about the commitment stuff. Like, some shit should be worked out before we get to that level.
Yeah.
Because you know it's gonna fail.
Yeah.
So
and
that's
you know yourself
why I said
too.
it like that.
Ebby baby, what's up? Yeah, no, he's right. It's a like I said, it's a fine line in that. Of course, it's not, you can do stuff in between, but the trust and honesty is where it comes at. You know what I mean? If you're being truthful and honest to the person, with the person, saying, hey, look, I don't have my stuff together. This is where I'm at right now. I'm choosing not to date, nothing serious. You know what I mean? I just maybe want to date or go on a couple of dates, see how it is, fill it out.
Correct.
A person can respect that more than yeah, acting like everything is good. All this stuff is good. You get with each other and now, aha, I didn't have my shit together. You know what I mean? It's like you didn't want to lose the person, so you said whatever it took in order to get the person. But I feel you.
I would
You
always
just bought
say
a car
too,
with
like,
no engine.
getting yourself together is always exercising that mental health, because
Yeah.
like you never know how you're gonna respond to things in life. But to me, it's always important to exercise your mental health. Like, and people don't understand, you can really learn off of other people's lessons.
Yeah.
Like, take it into perspective. When you hear certain stories, take it into perspective. Like, how would I really respond in this situation? Because I'm telling you, life be life. And I got into a situation with this guy, and guess what? He changed a whole 360 once when things went downhill for him. Like, I was like, what? So you never know a person till they really go through something,
Man,
or
that's a fact.
They're around certain people. I always say we are different. Like, we show different sides of ourselves in different situations.
Yeah, facts.
We are not just one way. So if I go to the club, I'm Club Coco.
Yeah, yeah.
If I'm here, I'm D Coco.
Club Coco. Okay, we got Club Coco.
I can turn up. Yes. So you're gonna see different people, like, and even some people are more reserved when they go to the club. They clam up. They be all in the corner, like damn, girl, you ain't quiet. So you know what I'm saying? You see people in a different light when they in different environments, when they're around different friends.
Yeah.
So that shit is important.
Yeah.
To see people in their different lights and to have an understanding of them. And like I said, sometimes you're not gonna really know that person till they go through something. And so yeah, I learned that the hard way.
But see, with that, I would, like, if we have a relationship and we are building this trust and respect, there's a better chance that I'm going to stick that shit with you. Because, like I said, my wife and I, not every day is a cakewalk.
Yeah.
Some days are harder than others.
Yeah.
But I'm not going nowhere.
Yeah.
She earned the right for me to be loyal and understanding.
Yeah.
To, say what sometimes might not be the truth, but I know it's gonna make her feel good. Sometimes you just do shit like that, but you bringing all that bullshit to me up front, like you ain't earned no trust with me. Like, why I'm gonna stick around? Ooh. That's just me.
Yeah.
Like I said, I notice red flags and I pay attention to red flags, and I handle red flags accordingly. Then that's just me.
Man, and some people with red flags, they treat it like a bull does and run to that shit. Like a bull Olay has. You see a red flag, they head down like running at your ass now. But you're right. You deal with that accordingly. But that was great. That was a great response. For the last question, so we getting ready to wrap up. I have more, but this is the last question I want to talk about. Supporting each other's goals. I feel like that is a lost cause as well, to some relationships. When you're adding someone on to yourself, your goals is no longer just your goals, but their goals is your goals as well. Not saying you got to take the burden of their, stuff is, but I'm telling you, y'all rolling as a real team. I can guarantee you that light skin supports something of his wife that his wife does. You know what I mean? That he might not even be rocking with that, but because this is one of her goals and we're together, I feel we're supposed to go achieve those things as close as we can together, even if it's just me rooting you in the background. Even a cheerleader has a job. Real talk. But I feel like when it comes to supporting goals, I feel that's just super, super important to make sure we're encouraging each other. Professional goals, personal, spiritual goals, like whatever, knowing what this person has in their mind and how they're built, where are they going? Even without me, where are you going? And do I support that? How do you feel about that, Coco, when it comes to supporting each other's goals?
Well, if you was seeing my face when you was talking, because I didn't already experience this. You know what I'm saying? So I just got to get personal on this. So I met someone. He's into music. Of course, you know I do music. And so
Got
that's
him.
where we bonded at.
Oh,
Music.
got
Guess
it.
what? We never did any music in the course of our 3-year relationship. We never
Whoa.
did any. Like, far as rehearsing, we did a little bit, but I can count on my hand how many times that happened.
Wow.
So he had a personal goal, which he kind of felt like I wasn't supportive.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just thinking, if you're studying, if you're doing X, Y, and Z, and I put my headphones on and I'm still there with you, not bothering you,
Yeah.
to me, that is supporting. This man had the nerve to say that I wouldn't watch one of those damn flying videos with him. I'm like,
Oh, wow.
am I in school in flight school? What? It just make it make sense.
Yeah,
Your
yeah.
support, okay?
Yeah, it does.
Don't bore the person that you're with, because it doesn't
Facts.
make any sense for me to watch it when I don't give a.
Yeah.
I am there. I'm giving you your space. To me, some people just find anything to complain about.
Yeah. Ooh, man. That's a
So
point.
understand what support is.
Yeah.
I don't have to learn it with you.
Yeah. No, that's facts. No,
Sweet.
you're right.
I had to make that personal, because that was eating me up right now. When I just went back to that moment, I was like, yo, that man really asked me why I won't watch the video with him.
Yeah. And see, that's different. That's different when a person
Now,
does
it'll be
that, though.
one thing.
Mm.
It'll be one thing
Yeah.
if he would have said he wants me to help him, like, to quiz him.
Yeah.
Then I'd have been like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
But don't ask me why I won't watch the fucking video, because it's
Yeah.
boring as hell. Okay?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Now that's funny. Lotus was said it right there. His love language was acting like like you care. Yeah, it must have been something within the midst of that, and he was trying to use the goals as, But I feel like like what Coco was saying, some things you're not gonna be interested in. You know what I mean? I've been in relationships. I'm in a relationship where some of the things that I get nerdy about some shit. You know what I mean? I'll get on some nerd, tell you about some new technology, the graphics, AI. I'll get into that world and be trying to tell, the person I'm with, I'll be like, hey, what about this? And you could just tell she is not interested, but she has a way of being able to show support still. She's still supporting it. Like, she'll ask me sometimes, so how's that going? With the AI thing that you were doing, or how's that with the graphics? I seen you working on that cartoon the other day. It's just little things like that is showing that it just matters. But she's not diving in. I would love, I say it all the time. I'm like, you like Sims. This is a personal. I like, you like Sims. It's the same thing like when you create a Sim character, when you're making cartoons, you're putting the clothes on and it just not hit the same. She's like, it's not a game. It's not a game. It's super serious and a whole bunch of buttons. So I feel like I got to be able to take the support where it comes from in that moment. And then when I do shows or when I'm filming somewhere or certain things, she'll come. Or when I'm rapping or performing, you know what I mean? She shows up. That's support. The fact that she ain't grabbing the mic and getting on there spitting bars with me doesn't mean she's not supporting. Go ahead, Coco.
I got to clarify. I most definitely was washing this man clothes, cooking his food when he up there studying and stuff. So I was showing support, doing the things that you couldn't, like allowing you to study,
Yeah.
and doing things for you. And it wasn't like I wasn't going like flying with him. But
Yeah.
why do I gotta learn? No, sir.
Nah, that's right. What about you, light skin, from the opposite end? How do you feel about supporting each other, especially with your own current situation, or just advice that you can give to someone, supporting each other's goals?
Okay, so remember before earlier in the conversation where we talked about honesty?
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
honesty was discussed before your goals, because sometimes we need to be honest with these people and tell them, nah, that shit sucks. Because like I said, in a relationship, guess what? A relationship is not a dictatorship. It is where y'all two are willing, is give and take.
Yeah.
So I need to realize that if I do too much taking, there's probably not going to be nothing of you left for me to give or to take from.
Yeah. No,
You're going to get burned out on giving.
Yeah.
So, hey, I listen, motherfucker, I'm watching your clothes and shit like this. Like, I'm supporting you.
Yeah.
I'm not watching your stuff because it's shitty. It's boring as hell. I give a fuck about planes. It is what it is. Now, if you need to find someone that loves planes, I'm not the one.
I'm laughing only because that's the honest truth that people be thinking in their brain sometimes. But it seems like with your partner, when you're dating somebody,
But
you can't
they're
say
only
that.
words.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, you can. You can. It's like you could, hey, practice in front of the mirror. You know, get your tie. You know, get your step, ball up your hands, whatever you need to do to get you the confidence to say that shit.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Okay, so like I'm an electrician. I actually have my business right. And like I said, people keep on disappointing me, and they keep proving my wife right. So like, it's crazy. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead. I was minding my own business, and I had someone call me and say, hey man, I got a lot of work that we're gonna do.
Yeah.
And I need you to go ahead and get your city license so we can start pulling permits. I was like, cool.
Yeah.
I said, let me get it done. And my wife's like, did you even ask him like how much stuff he has? Like, what is he actually does? You know, what does he have lined up? You know, what's the money going to be looking like? It's going to be worth your time. Are you going to have time?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh yeah, of course I will. And man, I did that, got the permit, you know, and all that was needed. Went out, went to the first one, and that was it. I was like, man, you told me you had all this shit lined up like in this one, and that one fell through.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
So now I had to crawfish with my wife and be like, she was right. I don't even like you no more.
Nigga, that has happened to me so many freaking times. Woo, boy, I tell you the truth, especially when I'm with now. Oh, my life. She be right, nigga. I can't look. She forces me to listen.
And this is certain things that I'm going to do, and this is something that I suggest you do as you get deeper in your relationship. Do a cost plus analysis about every decision that you're going to make. So yes, I spent $100 to get my city license so we can go ahead and bid these jobs and